Venezuela is pushing back hard on the arrival of the new oil production vessel in Guyana. Wait until you hear what's causing the uproar. You are watching The Final Takeaway. Subscribe today for updates every time we post a new video. With that said, let's get this show on the road. Guyana's first floating, production, storage, and offloading FPSO vessel arrived in the country with great fanfare and a sense of pride among its citizens. The new floating oil plant built by SBM Offshore bears the name One Guyana, a widely used slogan and symbol of the South American nation. One Guyana will join the three ExxonMobil FPSOs currently processing, storing, and offloading crude oil and gas at sea within the Stabroek block oil fields. The vessels are the Liza Destiny, Liza Prosperity, and Liza Unity. The new One Guyana FPSO will operate in the Yellowtail development. ExxonMobil Guyana production manager Josefa Ali stated, quote, "The arrival of the One Guyana FPSO symbolizes the unwavering collaboration between our team, the government, and our industry partners." A massive street festival will be held in Guyana on May 3, 2025 to celebrate the ship's arrival. Guyana's neighbor across the border isn't feeling quite celebratory. In fact, Venezuela denounced and rejected the arrival of the ship, which officially puts Guyana in the oil production business side by side with ExxonMobil. The Spanish-speaking nation strongly protested the arrival of the One Guyana FPSO, claiming it will be producing oil in disputed maritime waters located approximately 200 kilometers offshore from the Essequibo coast. A statement out of Caracas on Wednesday describes the arrival of the vessel as, quote, "a maneuver driven by the Guyana government in alliance with ExxonMobil." The statement further noted that the development, quote, "constitutes a violation of fundamental principles of international law, which prohibit unilateral actions in contested areas without agreed upon delimitation." So, from Venezuela's point of view, Guyana is conducting illegal operations in international waters where the boundaries are not yet outlined, and therefore Guyana is illegally extracting oil. Venezuela also accuses Guyana of showing, quote, "an open disregard for international law and for the commitments assumed in the 2023 Argyle Agreement," further noting that the country's conduct amounts to, quote, "recklessly jeopardizing regional peace and stability and may be subject to legal action." The Argyle Agreement for Peace and Stability, signed between Venezuela and Guyana in 2023, is the one Venezuela is referring to. The said agreement has long been jeopardized by Venezuela itself in December 2023, when it sent military troops to camp out at its border closest to Essequibo. Guyana interpreted the move as a show of force or threat of force and a violation of the said Argyle Agreement. Other acts by Venezuela also constituted a breach of the Argyle document. One of the most significant acts occurred last month on March 1, 2025. Venezuela deployed a warship near the Stabroek block and threatened ExxonMobil's oil production operation at the location. Someone on board the Venezuelan warship warned the captain of the Liza Destiny that the ExxonMobil oil vessel was operating within Venezuela's maritime zone. The disputed Stabroek block is a lucrative oil reserve, approximately 26,800 square kilometers in size. The oil field holds an estimated 11 billion barrels of oil and gas. The One Guyana vessel will be operated by the U.S. company ExxonMobil. With the additional FPSO, ExxonMobil expects oil output to increase by more than 250,000 barrels per day, helping to push current daily production levels up to 900,000 barrels per day. But things do not end there. Venezuela is also staking claims to Essequibo, a region rich in natural resources, including oil, and which makes up 1/3 of Guyana. Essequibo is a 160,000 square kilometer territory under Guyana's control and is home to about 250,000 of Guyana's total population. Venezuela has long claimed Essequibo as its territory, even though a legally binding document called the Arbitral Award of 1899 granted the region to the former British colony. According to Venezuela, the British Empire encroached on Venezuelan territory during the process of acquiring what was then British Guyana from the Netherlands. Back in Georgetown, Guyana, heads of governments in the past and present day have always asserted and maintained that the Stabroek block oil reserves are part of the country's maritime territory. The more than 100-year-old controversy over the Essequibo region flared up in 2015 following ExxonMobil's discovery of massive oil deposits within the disputed territorial waters. Stabroek block is estimated to yield nearly 11 billion barrels of oil and gas. ExxonMobil is working to extract up to 1.2 million barrels per day by 2027. The company is on target to achieve this goal with the One Guyana FPSO operating in the Yellowtail development. An online publication by ExxonMobil states that One Guyana is expected to have, quote, an initial production capacity of 250,000 barrels per day and an overall storage volume of around 2 million barrels. Production from the Yellowtail project is expected to commence later this year following completion of installation and well activities, bringing daily production capacity across EMGL operations to approximately 900,000 barrels. The street festival, scheduled for May 3rd, 2025, is expected to be a big celebration where officials will highlight the financial benefits of the vessel's operation on the Yellowtail project in the Stabroek block. Well guys, that's it for now. We will be following this story and hope to bring you fresh updates as they come to us. Thanks for watching. Stay safe.